just pulling off from the ramp. Just had to show you guys this real quick, but my side scan caught the end of the ramp. Look at that. You can see the rock pile. See how crisp and clean that is? Nice images on that side scan. What's up, guys? It's Ryan Johnson with moneyfast.com, and today is Tuesday, the day before fall officially hits. And so just so everybody knows, every Tuesday and Thursday I will be on the electronics showing you guys some tips and tricks. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those tips. If you have any suggestions, questions, comments, or things like that that you want to know, make sure you put that down in the comment. I try to respond to all of the comments that I get, and it'll give me some ideas of some things that maybe I can bring to you to help you out on the water. But today, I only have about an hour and a half out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this electronic thing taken care of, but I do need to catch a fish or two, guys. Just let me do that. Let me catch a fish or two. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Head out here and check and see what is going on with the fall transition and the beginning of fall, guys. All right, guys, so for today's question, the question of the day that we're looking to answer is, can you use your 2D sonar in order to make accurate casts if you do not have Humminbird Mega 360? And to me, the answer is yes. And let's go ahead and I'll show you how to use your directional puck, the 2D sonar, after you mark a waypoint, and how you can get that lined up. And I'll also incorporate how I use my 360 to get that lined up also. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look. So first, what I'm gonna do is just drive around scanning using my 2D, because in this instance we just have 2D and also side scan. Let me go ahead and put this one on side scan, and I'm just looking for some type of structure that I can mark using my 2D. I'm just heading back in here into a cove. The water was getting a little shallow, so I wanted to spin around real quick. Again, just looking through here to find something on my 2D sonar or side scan. And I have this set on mega imaging right now. Whenever you're doing some detailed scanning and you want to look at things that are a little closer, then mega imaging is good for that. But if you want to look farther out, then maybe you can drop it down to maybe that 800 or 455 range. And that'll be another tutorial that I'll show you guys. But for now, okay, here we go. All right, so there's something right there on that 2D. And let's just see how this works out. So let me go put this on the right side, on the left side, put my cursor right over there to that waypoint. Mark. All right, so I marked that waypoint, and there you can see it right there. Number 16. I'm sorry, waypoint 108. All right, guys, let me go ahead and spin around now and pull up on this. I'll also, like I said, show you what it looks like on my 360 mega imaging and how I can get that lined up with the 3D. With the 360 mega imaging and without the 360 imaging. And that would be in the case where you just have your 2D sonar. All right, let's take a look, guys. All right, so now as we approach that waypoint, there's that waypoint right there. I'm right here on the front of the boat now, just booting up my other unit. All right, so as we approach this waypoint, let me go ahead and hit my spot lock real quick. That'll help us out so I can kind of talk for a second. All right, you have two things on the screen that you're going to be looking at. If you can see this little line, and forgive me because I'm bouncing around a little bit, it's a little windy out here today, but you can see this little line right here that's coming out from the boat. And now you see that line is pointing directly at that waypoint. I would, from this point, just line my cast up directly with that line. And what puts that line on that screen and lets you know the direction that it's facing is this arrow right here on this directional puck. You want to have that directional puck and put it at the front of the boat as close to the actual transducer, which is on the trolling motor up there, but you want that as close to the front of the boat as you can. And that direction, that pretty much lets you know what direction you need to cast your lure, because that line is basically that purple line. We're pointing straight at that location. So that is how you would make an accurate cast to that waypoint. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at my 360 real quick. All right, so here we go on the 360. Let's see if we are zoomed all the way in, so we can zoom in on that. And you see this line right here? That line lets you know at that moment, if you cast directly in line with that, you would hit that waypoint. So right now, this line is basically represents that transducer down there spinning around, completely around the boat. So when this boat is moving, right now you see this waypoint is still right here. When it sweeps back around again, it's gonna give another live update of where it is at that exact moment. So let's wait for that to go by. And it is still right there in that exact same spot, and that's basically because we are on spotlight right now. So all you do using the 360, the thing that will help you is you can see the waypoint, and you also just cast directly which way this line is facing in order to hit what is in the path of that line. So one more time, this line is sweeping around. It's going to give another update to show us where that waypoint is at. It's still in that same spot, so you would cast directly in line with this line right here that's moving. And that's if you have the 360. If you do not have the 360, all you'll be doing from there is using that other line that I showed you on the mapping screen. So let's go back to that real quick. So we're back on that mapping screen, and you can see this purple line right here. All right, so let's go into hit the menu button twice, and let's just find where that setting is at real quick. Casting rings. All right, so that might be under nav. Let's go down under nav. There we go. Course, projection line, and your heading line. So it is your heading line. That purple line is going to be your heading line. So if we were to go down here and turn this off, exit. Now when you look at this, you will see that purple line is gone. You need that purple line in order to make accurate casts without having the Humminbird 360. So let's go back into menu twice and go back down to, and it's under the nav setting, heading line. So we're gonna arrow over and turn that back on, exit back out, and as you will see that purple line back on there again. All right, so there you go, guys. I hope that information helps out. Pretty much all you do is come out, scan around. If you do not have 360, you will just scan around using your regular side images or your 2D. Once you find a location, you want to go ahead and mark a waypoint. Once you mark that waypoint, now that's when you want to come back and use your heading line and just get lined up like I just showed you with your waypoint and make those casts. So a good way to practice that is to find an area where you can scan and locate some rocks. Use something with a heavier weight, say a Carolina rig or something like that, and you want to cast that out into those rocks once you get lined up with that heading line. That Carolina rig is a good search tool as far as feeling what is on the bottom. So whenever you are bumping across the bottom and you're hitting those rocks with that Carolina rig, you pretty much know that your cast is accurate. So like I said, with the 360, it makes the job a lot easier because you can obviously see the rocks. You'll be able to place those casts in the area that you want and get the job done a lot faster. But with the 2D, you can still do it. It may take you a little bit longer, but you can, as long as you get out here and practice, spend time on the water, it's something that you can easily figure out. All right, guys, that's it for now. Let me get out here and see if I can find some of these fish, guys. I only have about an hour out here left on the lake, so see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, leave any questions, comments, anything that you do as far as how you are able to make your accurate casts and things like that. I'll put a link to another video I did down in the description. But all right, guys, let me go ahead and get out here. Talk to you on the next one.